bright lights sitting gonna set my soul on fire. Welcome to Las Vegas, the entertainment capital of the world and home to the running Rebels of UNLV. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration. Senior Day. Rebels will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the New Mexico Lobos offense takes the field to start this game off. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
Can't make the catch, and it'll be third down. He had that thing and just lost his concentration. Gives it to the back on the draw. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And the Lobos racing to the line in a hurry-up.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on third down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
Now the play fake. He'll get rid of it. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. Just outstanding execution, continuing to work his way back through the football.
Yeah, and everything about this route looks vertical. The comeback, it looks like it's a go.
Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. This time he's got his man. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes a stop. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Fires to the wideout. Touchdown, Lobos! What a catch and run for 6. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They put together an 81-yard drive, and the capper a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the UNLV Rebels offense will have its first possession of the game. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20.
Neutrals on defense.
So the offense accepts a penalty, and they'll get a little farther away from their own end zone. On third and long, he has to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And the Rebels will punt this one away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Signals for the fair catch and looks it in at the 40. First down for this offense. Looking for space, it's Sellers. Can't get him to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Lobos in the hurry up. They'll run it from the gun. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field.
Hold it. Offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. On second down, he'll let it fly. Lost one deep down the right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down. The third down's coming up. He's looking downfield to throw. Trying to get to him. And he just throws it away on third down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that. And the Lobos will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Offense getting set for first down. They'll give it to the back. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. He'll keep it himself. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field.
Hold it. Offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. The give to the back. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. He wants to throw. A strike downfield. And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a first down. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. On third down, he drops to throw. Unloads it left. It's complete. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. The Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. Leaves it with the running back. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call.
Hold it. Offense.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. They'll run play action. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Pocket starts to collapse. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
Pretty nice as a defense, right? When you can go nickel, put 5 DBs on the field and not have to blitz anyone, trusting your front four to get the job done on 3rd down, and they do it right there, getting the sack.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. This field goal attempt is going to be an even 50-yarder. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Georgia State is in front. They've responded well to all the off-the-field chatter this week. They still have to finish the job, and that is no short thing right now. They're up by 4 over USF. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Let's see what the Lobos offense has dialed up this time. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21. The Lobos want to pick up the tempo. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. The UNLV offense ready to return to the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of...
Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. From inside the 40 at the 37, it's 1st down. Got open on the post and then had no regard for his body in making that catch.
Exactly right. You know you're going to get hit a lot of times coming over the middle of the field, but he runs that post, lays out, makes the play for his quarterback. That's a tough hombre.
They'll try again on 2nd down after the incompletion. Finds the tight end.
Great job by the defense winning those early downs. Now you get them in a predictable situation. 3rd and long. You bring in more DBs, more speed, more fun blitz packages. Get to have a little fun. Go get the quarterback.
Got his man. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Now from inside the red zone. Quickly complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Got it! They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Going for 6. He makes a catch in the end zone. Touchdown, UNLV!
Get down here on this part of the field, and the field shrinks so much. You play so aggressive, and you're playing all eyeballs on the run, and a nice sleight of hand by the offense. Bring out the play action. He hits his guy right behind where the guys are supposed to be. They come up and play the run, out of position, touchdown for the offense.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. We will get another look at this New Mexico offense. Off play action on 1st down. It's caught downfield. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Leaves it with the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. And the Lobos moving quickly to the line. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. He makes the connection. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jefferson. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the 1st down. He knew that he was coming. He had to get rid of it in a hurry, and he did so beautifully.
Perfectly. I don't need a big gain. I don't need to hold on to this football because the longer I hold on to it with the blitz coming, the worse things are going to happen. I just need a few yards for the 1st down, get it out of my hand, get the 1st down.
Might as well give it to him again. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32. A 3rd and long coming up here. They go to the draw. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Homer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. Trying the left side. Quick spin on the run. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Hold it. Offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Wide receiver now comes in motion. From the shotgun, the inside give. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. The inside handoff. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. And that last run leaves them with a 3rd down. Will they keep it on the ground? From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to throw deep right side. Grabs it inside the 10. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, UNLV.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it. Offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Looking for space. It's Sellers. Strong run on a pickup of 5 out to the 15. Tried to pound it on 1st down, now back to the line. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. On target. This guy just oozes toughness when he runs, bangs his way to the 20. The Lobos want to crank the tempo. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. Offense set on first down.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this.
And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack. Negative play on first down. That's what a defense always wants. Out of the gun, the inside give. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. Just needs a crack to get a return. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Guys, the running Rebels offense ready to go back to work. Running it to the right. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26. 6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. Got his man downfield. Oh, look out! 10! Touchdown, Rebel! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. To the ground with the back. Pushes forward for 3 out to the 13. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. It'll be a draw. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain. It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. On the run, it's Sellers. They knock him down right there. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He leaves it with his back. That'll be a gain of about 7. Leaves him with 3rd and 3. And the Lobos headed quickly to the line. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Got his man quickly. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there getting that first.
2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. And it'll be in. Physical and pass deep.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in. Throwing right. And the missed connection on 3rd down. The Lobos will send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. The UNLV offense ready to return to the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Exploded for a huge chunk of yards on that last one. They'll try to do it again here, 1st and 10 from the 33. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
Hey, the defense knew coming into this one this guy was going to be a factor, but they have done nothing to stop him. They don't have any answers. This guy already has over 100 yards receiving, and we're not even done the half.
Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. After back-to-back misfires, they're hoping this time's the charm on 3rd and goal. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And now the lead's extended a little further. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Let's see what the Lobos offense has in store. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the 2nd half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the 2nd half, so find something really quick that you can go to.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Quickly to the tight end. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down. And the Lobos come to the line with a new set of downs. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab. It's Jefferson.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Quickly complete. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the 1st down before he's dragged to the ground. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Quick completion on the out route. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the 1st down. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters of football there today in Vegas. Each of these 2 offenses has looked like well-oiled machines, but it doesn't take a genius to figure out these 2 passing attacks have run circles around these defenses. Man or zone, nothing seems to be working, and I'm not sure that defensive coordinator is going to be able to figure things out here at halftime. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Allegiant Stadium.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'll open this 3rd quarter with a run. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Holding. Offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Line gets set, first down. The give to the tailback. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. This could have the earmarks of a wasted drive if they don't come up with something on second down from the 13. They go to the ground. And tackled there by the defense. He now has 84 yards on the ground, and just another day at the office for the national leader in rushing. Third down play from the gun. Finds a soft spot in the middle. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quick strike complete. Still on his feet at the 45. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag.
Holding. Offense.
That big play for the offense will be nullified by a penalty, and if you want to frustrate your coaches, yeah, that's the way to do it. A first down for the offense. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. This is a third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. On target to the left. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. And the Rebels are in the hurry-up.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Dialing up a second down pass play. Finds a man on the right. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Fast motion from the offense. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll use the running game on first and goal. Touchdown, Rebels! And the beatdown has ensued. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. Man, did he show some hops for that one.
Some serious vertical right there. I tell you what, everybody in front of you, hey, I'll go by air if I need to. Good job getting in the air, getting a touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Georgia State is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to see. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to USF. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Give to the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The Lobos will punt it away on 4th down. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The give to the left side. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Trying play action. Getting some heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Ball is at the 41 as his defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. And they got him for the sack.
Yeah, and the defensive line, you know, 3rd and long situations, I'm rushing the quarterback. You bring in the nickel, a little bit more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack on 3rd down.
The Rebels decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Now New Mexico will go back to work on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
And the quarterback is snowed under. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Zings it complete to the right. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. And the Lobos line up to punt it away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Guys, the running Rebels offense ready to go back to work. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football.
Oh, what a grab by the defense. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
I can't believe it.
The offense set for a 1st down play. Running back searching for a hole. And a good solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. He's looking to throw. It's caught. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and UNLV has the edge. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. The Lobos have it with a first and goal. From the gun. And he's got it! Touchdown, New Mexico!
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Why not double the try total and go for 2? From the gun. Pressure coming. And the defense gets to him and snuffs out the 2, and they will draw no closer here.
UNLV 34, New Mexico 16.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They'll leave it with him. Nifty run there, pickup of 6 out to the 25. He's up to 107 yards on the ground, and he came into this game leading the nation in rushing. They'll go right back to it. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll try the right side. Plows through the defense. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He steps out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Quick release by the QB. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Feeling some heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Good disciplined defense on that play. It's 3rd and long, right? You're not going to bite on a play fake. Nobody's going for that. Everyone knows it's a passing situation, and they use their speed to get to the QB.
And the Rebels will bring the punt team onto the field. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. Let's see what the Lobos offense has dialed up this time. They're bringing heat. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. 2nd and 10 after the previous play. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to him. Finds a man in the middle. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. And the Lobos will hustle to the line.
Well, they execute the in route. Now, how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
And the pass is intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
The UNLV offense ready to return to the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Quarterback on the keeper. At the 45, on his way. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. The Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the offense. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Off play action. Coming after it. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
And the Rebels will try to pin them back with the punt. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Fair catch called for and made. We will get another look at this New Mexico offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long, under pressure. They're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the 4th quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the incomplete pass turns the ball over on down. Excellent field position here for the offense. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Quarterback moving. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. The Rebels look to do some damage in the red zone. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Works his way ahead for about 3. It's down at the 8. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Power football with the run. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold it. Offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Calls his own number. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. On 4th down, flexing that muscle in the run game. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. Catch in the middle, it's Sellers. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. 1st and 10 from their own 15-yard line. He's going to pass. Fires to the big fella. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Makes a connection. And he's brought down after a huge completion. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. They keep attacking through the air. Using the quick game. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Trying to get to it. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. 2nd down coming up. He's looking to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute. 4th and a long way to go, but the offense is going to give it a shot. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And they're just about out of chances. The defense can stop it one more time as the quarterback takes a knee. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen here.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get the W.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.